On Visual Studio 2010, you have a series of tabs along the top here of all the different documents that you have open at any one time. But for some people it can be very confusing to what they're actually looking at and how to actually load items up. So I'm going to start by showing you exactly how to load windows up from Solution Explorer. If I hide the properties window for a moment, I have in this particular solution two different projects. One is a Windows Forms based project, the other is a web based project. To load up any document, you just double click on the item you want to load up. In this case I want to load up my Windows Forms project, and my Windows form opens in Design View. This is the view which allows me to take items from the toolbox and just drag them straight across to actually put them where I want to on a form that will appear on the screen. I can resize the form as I need to and make any changes I wish to this. To access the code, all I have to do is right click the mouse button and click View Code, and now I have access to the actual code screen that goes with this form. The code screen will automatically open if I double click on a button, or when I look at the properties window I choose an event handler. For example, if I change the enabled, it automatically creates the event and actually goes straight through to the code screen. On a website things are a bit more complicated. When you first load a website up, you get a code page which actually looks like HTML code. If you want to move to a format that you can actually read much easier, all you have to do is go into design mode at the bottom of the screen. This will then make it look more like a Word document or something you might be used to in Dreamweaver or something similar. This one is actually an example website that has a master page associated, and I can only put content in a certain area. Again, I can then use this to start dragging information across as I need to from my toolbox. As it happens within an HTML document, I can actually click and drag items across and see them in text format. Just like with a Windows Forms document, there is code associated with a web page as well. And again, if I go into Design View and click Properties on an item, I have my event handles that I can start attaching to, and I can either double click on one of these to then bring up the code page, or from any part of the code page right click the mouse and view code. Another benefit of the websites is that you can automatically view straight away in your browser. All you have to do is click on the View Browser button. If you want to save the document you're currently working on, use the Save obviously. This button at the side saves every open document. Any document with a star by it means there's been changes since it was last saved, and those changes need to be saved before anything can continue. If you need to, sometimes you might need to change the properties on an actual project rather than just on part of the one of the items within the project itself. The project window helps you do this with assembly details and events that you might want to do with building your application, actually packaging it for the web, and other such items. This is really designed for people with a better understanding of computer programming and who are actually going to publish their particular project for sale or for use on multiple computers. So that won't be something that you need to use that often. To build a project at any time, you have the build menu along the top, which allows you to build the current project you're working on, or build every project that's currently within your solution. Building means turning it into computer code ready for it to run.